Okay, hello people. We've got a rift that's just come out. This is looking like it's going to be the final one. So yeah, let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get all the new required items to open up the new rift so that you're able to go in and get the new schematics. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just go up to the new story rift, interact with that, and then that'll take you into the new dark Aether. When you're in there, you'll see these blue jump crystals that you can use to jump around and get around the map. If you don't have a Scorcher, which I highly recommend that you do bring in, but if you can't bring one in, you're going to use these to get around the map. You'll see a lot of them are covered in red crystals. What you have to do is shoot them, and then it'll open up the blue, and you can use them to jump around the map. So you want to keep using these jump pads until you get to this first totem. When you get close to it, it will tell you to find these 4 ritual items. I'll quickly show them on screen. They're not hard to find, they're all quite close to the area of the new totem. But once you've collected them, you can then go back up to the totem, hold to activate it, and you'll have to get a lot of kills around Dr. Jansen until the totem explodes. It'll then ask you to go find the second totem. You can see where this is with the bright yellow light in the sky. You want to go over to there, same thing again, find 4 relics just around the area. What's different about this one is about halfway through killing all the zombies, the entity will shock your totem, destroy it, and you'll have to recollect 3 of the totems that are now floating around in the sky. Once you've done that, continue to kill all the zombies until that totem explodes. After this, they'll tell you to get to the top of the building, so all you want to do again is look for those crystals, use those to jump around the map until you manage to get onto the roof. Once you're on the roof, you've got 1 more crystal to shoot, and it'll jump you into this green rift portal, which will then take you even higher. Again, use the jump pads to bounce around the map until it bounces you into a purple rift, which will take you on top of the boat in the sky. At this point, if you're in a co-op game, you want all of your co-op team to be in this area around the purple rift before it will allow you to teleport. This will then take you into the boss arena where you're going to fight the entity. Dr. Jansen will summon her. As you'll notice, there are these glowing orbs onto the entity. This is what you need to shoot to do damage to her. If you shoot anywhere else, it won't be doing any damage. This is quite difficult, you want to be full kitted out, and once you've done that, it will seem like you've killed the entity. If you go over to collect the reward rift, it will disappear, and then phase 2 of the boss fight will start. This is a lot more difficult than the first half of the fight. This time she'll have a shield. What you'll need to do is go to where Dr. Jansen is, again get more kills around Dr. Jansen, while the entity is shooting these bright yellow lasers down at you, which are an insta-kill, so you want to avoid them at all costs. But again, once you've got the kills, more ores will show up on the entity. You'll want to shoot them to do damage. After you've repeated this 3 or 4 times, the entity will then explode and you'll be able to get your rift reward. Inside this rift will be your first reward that you'll need, and it's a Mr. Peak's golden bunny. Okay, so at this point you have 1 out of the 4 items collected. The next item we're going to get, you're going to have to go to this part of the tier 3 and there'll be a Mr. Peak's bunny just sitting on the side. If you follow the pathway that I take in the video, using the blood burner, you will then reach the end, and the echo drum will appear in one of the rifts. The next thing you want to do is bring in the sergeant's beret, take it up to a mercenary camp, or any place where you can find mercs, put the beret on so they can't see you, walk up behind them, and then you want to execute one of them, and inside the portal you'll have your next item, which is the giraffe toy. Okay, so the next item is quite hard to get. You're going to want to take in or equip an Aether blade, and then you want to get a certain number of mimic kills only using the Aether blade. Now there is a way that they've added in to make this step a bit easier. They've added in new triangles into the tier 2, and if you activate the triangle in the areas shown on the video, it will spawn just a massive amount of mimics. This is by far the easiest way to spawn in new mimics, and in no time, if you just use the blade, you'll get this portal spawn and it'll unlock the diary. So now, after you've collected all 3 of the purple items, you can then start upgrading them. The first one I'm going to show you in the video is the drum. So you'll want to come over where I'm showing on the screen, to this area in tier 2, and as you'll notice, there's a 115 rock creating a sound that you can hear. You want to go up to it and it'll say offer a tune relic. You want to hold whatever interact button is that you've got, and it'll start spawning elemental zombies, which you can only kill with the correct ammo mod. The 4 pillars around this area, if you go up to them, will equip different ammo mods to your gun to make this easier. So find the zombie with fire, for example, go up to the pillar with fire on it, and then use that ammo mod to kill the zombie. Do this once for every ammo mod, and it will spawn the rift with the new golden echo of the drum. The next one I'm going to show you is the locked diary. So if you go up to the top left part of the map, you'll see this eagle statue, and inside the eagle statue will be another 115 rock. Do the same again, where you go up and hold interact. This time it will spawn PhD flopper cans. You're going to want to drink one of these, and then go into the portal that spawns next to you. This will then teleport you on top of this tower. what you're going to want to do is PhD flopper off the side of this onto a blue crate with an eagle symbol. But this is quite hard to do, but once you've done it a few times you'll get the hang of it. Now the third and final upgrade is a golden giraffe toy. This was by far the hardest one to upgrade, so I would recommend being fully kitted out. You're going to want to have golden weapons, T3, and if you can, do it with a squad, because doing this solo is quite difficult. So what you're going to want to do, go to this white van as you can see on the screen, it's in tier 3, and again there will be another 115 rock, go up to it, interact, and this time it will start spawning loads of bosses. Now these are really difficult to take out, and there are 3 to 4 waves of them. But once you've done, it will spawn the portal, and there's your golden giraffe toy. Now finally you're at that point where you've got all 4 golden items. You want to go over to the new rift area, and inside this fountain there are 4 pedestals where you need to place the new items. You'll be able to see on the front of each pedestal a picture of which item you need to place in each of them. Once that is done, that will spawn the new portal and a mega abomination that you need to take out. Once this is done, it will give you a sigil, and you can either use that or use your own elder sigil to go straight into the new rift. Okay, so we're at this point now where you're inside the new rift. There are 3 Mr. Peaks hidden around the map, as always in these rifts. The first one you can see on top of this high-rise building. This will be an outlast, so you want to go to the very bottom of the building, and you'll have to defend this outlast area. Now this is quite a difficult outlast to be in, as during the lockdown, it'll spawn an EMP mangler that you'll have to deal with. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. The next one, as you can see, you'll be flying across the map, and on top of the end of this crane will be the next contract. Now this is a spore control contract. The location of all these spores, as far as I'm aware, are the same every game. There are 5 you need to find, as you can see on the map. This will be a lot easier to do if you've brought scorchers in. If not, you can use the jump pads to get around, it's just a bit complicated. But after that, the third and final contract is the ACV contract. Now this is the hardest one they've added into the game so far, with the most stops. So I'd highly recommend someone in your team bring in a VR11 into the game, just to keep the health up. What you want to do is follow this around, make sure it doesn't break, and if you've done this all quick enough, by the time you've finished this third contract, you'll have about 2 minutes left to get out of the Dark Aether. Now if you follow the pathway I'm taking on screen, this is the fastest way I've found that you're able to get out of the Dark Rift, but it only really works if you finish with the ACV contract. Now that's about it. At this point I've gone into the Elder 4 or 5 times, and I've only got one of the schematics out of it. And as I've heard from other people, this is the most difficult Dark Aether to find all the schematics in. So in your next games now, you'll be able to go in, and you'll be able to go straight into the Dark Aether if you want. All you need is your sigil or elder sigil. Other than that, thanks for watching the video. It's taken me a couple days to edit, but yeah, if you liked it, I'd really appreciate a like. Comment below if there's any other videos you'd like me to do. I'm just prepping now because I know Black Ops 6 is coming out, and I want to post a lot more there. I do play other games, and I stream them on my Twitch that I'll link below. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Oh, also, subscribe! Thank you!